Well, hello there, Greg.
Good afternoon, Tony.
No need to ask why you're here. Off on another scouting mission, I assume?
Not quite. We've had some problems this season with our players becoming unsettled, so we've decided to take a different approach.
Oh. What's that?
Rather than cherry-pick the best young talent from around the world, we've decided to create our own. In my luggage are sperm samples from all of our best players. I'm off to Copenhagen to impregnate some prime Danish stock with our specially selected seed.
Wow, that's rather radical. Why Denmark?
No one ever heard of a Stropidane. By getting the mental attributes right from the start, we can guarantee their loyalty to the club in the future.
I'm guessing you never read Hamlet. As Danes go, that one was fairly stroppy.
Ah, I hadn't thought of that. Still, it's a much better option than the English alternative. How about you? What are you doing here?
Something similar to you. Only I didn't pack any sperm samples. Or bring any youth contracts.
Ah, I see. And how is life treating you in Sunderland?
Ah, it's reet good, pet. In our word I mean leak. Read canny and no mistake.
I beg your pardon?
No. It's no good. I'll never get that stupid accent. I thought the pikers were hard enough to understand, but this bunch of Neanderthals take some beating. Still, playing to crowds of 40,000 a week is much better than the last place.
Ah yes, Gillingham. A shame they went down. There goes my Lion once a season.
Good afternoon, my football friends.
Well, hello there, Jim.
Surely you're not going to Denmark too?
Indeed I am. As FA Cup winners, we'll be taking part in a pre-season tournament with Copenhagen. Did I mention we'd won the FA Cup?
I believe you did. In several of the emails I have received from you since then.
And Skype calls.
And phone calls.
Not to mention we were at the game.
Right. Just wanted to make sure you didn't overlook it. Did I mention we won the championship too?
Yes.
By a record number of points.
You don't say.
Yes. Things are definitely on the up for Coventry City. Back in the big time where we belong. The future is bright.
At least until November when you apply for the Liverpool job.
Oh no, Greg. Coventry is big enough for me. I plan to take us to glory. Anyway, where's Pie Shop?
He should be here any minute.
And don't forget to bring me back some nice hashish. Oh, and one of those giant Toblerones.
I can get the chocolate, no problemo, but I will not be allowed to bring hashish into the country.
Well, you had better find a way. Stick it in your arse for all I care.
Yes, my love. Anything for you. And will you give me lots of hanky-panky when I get home?
Maybe. Depends on the quality of the gear.
Here he comes now.
Hi, Gina.
Tony, I'll sit next to you if you don't mind. I couldn't bear to spend a whole flight sitting next to Pie Shop. All the crunching and flatulence will make me want to jump out of the window.
No worries, mate. I'll be sneaking into the toilet once we're in the air to have a sneaky smoke, and then I'll be sleeping all the way.
But what about me? Will I have to put up with him?
Oh, you'll be all right. You can tell him all about your glorious cup victory. He missed it because his wife wouldn't let him go.
Oh, that's okay then. I'm sure he's dying to hear all about it.
Hello, boys. Are we all ready to go?
Okay. Now we've got rid of the boys for a while. Let's enjoy ourselves.
To be honest, I'm glad to see the back of Greg for a few days. Did you know the local primary school has placed a banning order on him?
Oh dear, C2? That's terrible. I don't have that problem with Jim as he rarely leaves the house.
Robin only leaves the house when he gets my permission.
And that is how it should be. I am very strict with my rules for Tony. When I tell him to come to my house at 8 o'clock, I expect him to be punctual.
Jim's idea of being punctual is doing something within the next few weeks.
Tony is the same. He is so laid back he drives me crazy. And he seems to not love my rabbits as much as he should.
Greg is just bloody useless. I have to go to work and leave him with our child, and all he does is take her to the park, just so he can see if there's any kids worth scouting. He's bloody obsessed with finding the next Maradona.
So how did Robin take it with Jim beating him to the title this season?
He went into severe depression and just sits around the house crying. I told him he needs to man up. Pussy.
Jim has been unbearable. When he won the cup, he was dancing around the house in his underpants. Not a pretty sight, I can tell you.
Greg went to Burger King after he won the Premier League and got a paper crown. He now wears at home, saying he's the king. He even asked me to curtsy when he enters the room. I soon put him in his bloody place, I can tell you. No mince and peas for a whole week.
Tony is not allowed to talk about football when he is with me.
Ooh, look girls, the show's about to start.